Then. Yeah, today. Yeah, today. All aboard.
Mm.
Hey, welcome, man. It's, yeah, behind the
We
scene.
made it.
Behind the scenes. Yo, this is the morning stew for today, October the. Hey, today's the 7th, already. Steve the Groove and myself, Mr. Frisco, we in the place until 12. One down, one down.
I mean, I mean.
Down, but not out.
Th- Today is the seventh. Is the first anniversary of that whole Hamas attack. Yeah,
Oh, yeah? It's
one
been a
year.
year?
1 year ago today.
Man, I feel like
Yeah,
just yesterday.
exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
So what's been up? What's been going on?
The weekend. Oh, weekend
That is,
shenanigans equals absolutely nothing.
yeah.
That's the way I like it.
Uh,
What's going on the
I,
international scene?
on the international scene. Oh well, if you want to
Or, I
jump
mean,
there.
well, yeah, I mean, it's been
Yeah.
when I get into that
Hmm.
probably in the second segment, a lot of, like, Billy's gone wild over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some crazy stuff in here
Uh-huh.
over the weekend, but yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Well, no, since you asked about the international scene, our neighbor, um, the mayor of a Mexican city plagued by drug violence has been murdered less than a week after taking office. Alejandro Arcos was found dead on Sunday in Chilpancingo, a city of around 280,000 people in the southwestern state of Guerrero. He had been mayor for 6 days. Evelyn Salgado, the state's governor, said the city was in mourning over a murder that fills us with indignation. His death came 3 days after the city government's new secretary Francisco Tapia was shot dead. So, you know, that is wild. That's something where you can't even wrap our head around that. Um, you know how the U.S. they can't stop school shooting. It seems like Mexico can't stop these political executions where they're going. You know,
Well, yeah,
because
that's a cartel. Yeah.
yeah, these people that run for mayor in these places, most of the time the cartels run these places. And if these people not come right out and say, "Yo, I am not gonna do what I want," they get killed.
Hmm.
They get killed. So
Yeah.
that
So
is terrible. That's
yeah.
so terrible.
So we have
Hmm.
to say, thank goodness we live in a place like Belize where that stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's
Not
why.
not yet, not just yet, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, hopefully, we want smart enough, even though that we are a reactive society, not a proactive. Hopefully, somebody gonna look around and realize, yo, there are things happening all around us that we got to be careful of. I don't see political violence to that effect, but I do see crime there on the horizon to get out of control. And I do see national security being a great threat coming in. If you hear anything about some Guatemalan with this wrong BDF and all kind of thing?
No.
I heard
Over the weekend?
over the weekend. I heard something that I don't know if it happened over the weekend or they're just reporting it over the weekend. But yeah, that's
Yeah, I haven't
a
seen that.
terrible thing.
I haven't seen that.
Mhm. Yeah. I spent the weekend they argue with a few people. Well, not they argue, but discussing with a few people about the new Belizean currency to be put forth. Um, and I don't know if people get the idea of how currency works. The person that you want to honor the most, or the person that played the biggest significance, what you want to honor, they go on the smaller bills.
Can
They go on the
circulate the
bill with
most. Circulate the
Yes,
most.
they go in at the bill will circulate the most. And the other people, don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah. But some people just don't get the sense of how you do that. They
yeah.
figure, oh,
Yeah,
bigger the
bigger
money.
bill, the bigger, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Put the bigger man on the bigger bill when nobody to see much.
Oh, that
You
is,
know,
uh-huh.
terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
Boca are coming. Um, this is not foreign. No, this is not foreign. This is a common sense. It's a common sense. The person where you want to honor the most, you put on the smaller bill. You know, where they circulate. Yeah, but anyway.
So who would
Still got
you,
to
where, okay, so let's say, Judge
yeah,
Price. Where would you put him? Which
$2
denomination?
bill.
$2?
$2 bill.
Okay.
$2 bill.
I don't think
Philip Golson.
$2 circulates that much.
Well, it
Okay,
both.
okay, you said
It
two.
did
All right, all right. Then Philip Wilson.
five. Philip Golson, five.
Okay.
Uh,
I'd
ten.
go with the 5 and 10.
All right. Even that 5 and 10. Then I'd put somebody like, all right, maybe Samuel Haynes on the 2. You got people like, you could have put.
Yeah, well, then right now only 2. Judge Price.
Yeah, yep. But you know who gave a good idea? One of our listeners, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Clare, and he can see clearly. And what he wrote was, let me see, very, very smart. He said, JC and our comment. This comment said, here's an idea. Belize has 6 paper denominations, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100. And it also has 6 districts. Why not assign a district to a bill and put the images of what those districts are known for? Example, Orange Walk, Sugar, Stan Creek, Garifuna Culture, Belize, Killing. But the man got a good idea. I think that's a very, very good idea.
That would be a entire restructuring and redesigning.
Yeah.
Cause like how they have on the bills, they have different things like the watermarks and the security features. I think they had like the tulip and the national symbols on there.
Yeah.
But those things are there. Like I say, I think I got like $20, yeah. So capital.
Watch out.
Capital 2.
You're rich. You're rich.
Let me see what's on here. All right, so this one has a Jaguar. So, there is, variations of what they put on it. I don't know, you could slap one of the districts on here somewhere.
Yeah.
So the 20 has a bunch of different animals. I don't know if all has. I really don't know. I mean, we spend this stuff, we don't look at it, we just look for the number. Rarely do we. So there's one section that has the entire, all the national symbols, all the national stuff. The tapir, the toucan, the mahogany, and the tulip. So yeah. Oh, the orchid, sorry. Where the hell I get tulip from? So yeah. And yeah, I mean, you could squeeze in one of the districts there on each one. But hey, you got 2, man.
That's right. But since we've been looking at the beautiful queen for so long.
So you're so smart.
Yeah.
Who work up there? Must Christy. Chop.
Christy. Yeah, since we've been looking at the beautiful queen for so long,
That's a
you know,
queen.
I always dep on putting people before places are animal and things. Once you got a big face person up there, you can put whatever else you want.
Somebody said saying Jordan skis on the $5. Find the $5 for me. I don't even know where they're on the 5. I swear to God, I'm not looking at these things.
Christy, find 100 for me and send it to Jen. Can I do that? Oh, never mind. But yeah, I think that if anything, George and Philip supposed to be on all the bill, the same way how Queen Elizabeth was on all of the bill. Why can't George and Philip dep on all of them?
Yeah, I guess. All right, so there's St. George's Key right there.
Yeah.
And there's a map of it. So you can, so I mean, Belize and places and things and, they are on the bill. The bill.
And if you look closely at the map of St. George's Key, you will see the Spanish galleon and the man named the put on the boy's stick. No, but that is a way of commemorating that event. That right there should lead to say, you know what? officially we accept that it happened because we commemorated that event on a bill.
Yeah.
We couldn't put any other key up there.
Well, according to the folks who are in charge of money, there's going to be a unveiling sometime next year early, but the bills won't be in circulation till later in the year.
Yeah.
I would go on a limb and say probably the other year. When that they tell you, yeah, and then tell you about, well, we're not seat first, but then chances are that it's 2026, you must say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you have a feeling of pride, sir?
Of course I will. Anytime I tell you something, I saw the statue of George Cadle Price, respect to Belize's greatest sculptor, Stephen Okeke. But me never know what the man Mr. Tall, Frisco, nearly 11 foot tall. How you sit down in the house? Anyway.
So what are the bills that they're going to put it on?
It look like the 50 and the 100 because they figure most Belizean handle 50 and 100. Okay. You know, we don't handle 2, 5, and 10 and 20. Again, you know something? This is like I'm saying. It's just people where sometimes not understand how these things work. It's a good idea. Everybody want to put we leaders on there. But they don't understand how it works, you know. So maybe they'll Google it, or maybe they'll listen to it and take a word for it, or whatever. But I figure that must have done signing a blood already that, we're going on the 50 and the 100, we're not change that. So let it be written, so let it be done. So what we got from the other one then?
Those might remain the same.
What? No man, you can't remain the same with the Queen. You have to take one off if you take off.
Oh, you might get the king. You might get the king. I don't know. You might get the king.
Charles! Yeah. Now see here, my subjects. Yes. No man, they can't do that. They can't put Charles. You say again, if they do that, that means that they know the person that we want to recognize the most on the smaller bit. But I don't think they do that. How? No man. By saying that, Frisco, you are insulting the country of Belize by saying that we'd have put Price and Golson on the 50 and 100 and then put the king for the rest of the money, where we use more than the 50 and the 100.
There's the question of devaluation because you change, well, according to all people in officialdom, that's not how it works.
Nope.
That has nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got
about
2 up there.
Who picture they up there?
Yeah. Picture has nothing to do with it. It's economics.
Yeah.
You got
try to figure out.
You got George Washington up there. It's still worth where you work. What's that?
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. I say if that demanding two picture at the 5, I'm valid to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are based on economics. You default and say if the queen and savior or the king face one savior.
Right.
I'm going right the bottom.
Exactly. That's why we need to showcase our own thing. And a couple of people said also, why does it have to be politicians? Why can't it be athletes, teachers, doctors, stuff like that? I could imagine pull up on the $2 bill. So they can drop out their honey and the dribble. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, we still got 2 uni people out there. What?
Boy, I know that story. I know. Oh, man.
Yeah, I see one flyer there up where things say, fake news. This song like this. Yeah, this nearly as interesting.
Oh, yeah, it is interesting. Oh, yes, it is interesting, sir.
Yeah, this is as interesting as the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight coming up.
Well, I don't know about that. I think how October 28th is as interesting as it going at the US right now.
Oh yes, definitely. Because where this mean who one could pull the crowd, who then they listen to.
That's gonna be very, very it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah. The thing where I find
something is up. I tell you, something's up.
Yeah. The thing where I find interesting is that 3 heir to the throne, 2 of those heir to the throne is supporting 1 heir to the throne, and I want to know how long before the heirs get cut off. Because I tell you something. 3 people there that the same thing. Me don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Tracy felt like she should have been leader after Faber. Faber feel like him the leader emeritus because in the long. John feel like, wait, maybe I could get in under the coattail. But all of them people want to be leader. John ran for leader.
Okay.
Now, all of a sudden, the 2 male of the species have the female of the species. They lead the fight. They lead the fight, in essence, taking the pressure off of them. And the same way how everybody broke whatever agreement they made so we could get to this point. To God, I believe that as soon as whatever happened, whatever agreement they know and get broke. I tell you.
Well, one battle at a time, okay? The further one battle there no exists right now, but
that's the mark of a good general, Frisco. I have to say, if you did this today,
that's why I think Tracy is a fool.
I don't think so neither.
Right? And if you want to be leader, you have to lead. You can't want to be leader and take the back seat. So you take the leader, you take the leadership. Whatever comes with it.
Two people want to be.
It no matter. 100 people can want to be leader.
At least 3 people want to be leader and 2 don't take the back seat.
Yeah, but that no matter right now. She's the lead. She's their leader where they talk about. John no qualify. He no win.
That's really the right now.
Patrick has taken has given it up to. And that's where we are, and we'll see how we play out.
All I know is magic tricks where I saw work before. The magic tricks never worked this time because apparently there wasn't conducive to magic. No. Right now, we don't know where Lisa to do right now. We think that Lisa to file petition as head of the morning stew. That's where they go on. Yes.
Hey, see you know, somebody can take you out of the channel, my boy.
Oh, yeah, boy. We got 2 versions of the morning stew to go.
We
got the morning stew and the alliance.
All right.
Yes. Watch out. Yo, over the weekend, one bee made the bottom and I slapped this bee. And Dana tell me, he said, boy, he said, what you did that? I said, that was a rare bee, you know. He said, that bee get milk. I said, bee get milk? What kind of bee that? He said, boobies.
What happened to the bee? The bee what? Where the bee there?
The bee made the bottom me. And I killed the bee. And then I said, you kill the bee, but that's a rare bee.
Boy, I tell you, early Monday morning. Hey, before you know it, it's the end of the month. And we're in November. Hey, it's over, you know.
You done?
Yeah, it's over. It's the last stretch of 2024.
Yes.
What
more holidays we got?
There's one next week, Monday. And then after that, it's the 19th.
Yes, we got Halloween. We got it one Monday. We got the 19th. Then we got Thanksgiving. Then we got Thanksgiving.
It's Halloween.
Frisco and start to rail up on the 15th, but no Thanksgiving dinner, Belize, while everybody cook Thanksgiving dinner.
Nothing wrong with that. You could cook turkey dinner. I don't know about no bloody Thanksgiving. Trust me, nobody to cook the real Thanksgiving dinner that Belize.
Why not? We're missing. You know what we're missing?
Rice and beans, turkey, ham, no Thanksgiving dinner. And you should know.
Yeah, well, Thanksgiving dinner became even the foreign turkey, ham, rice and beans, stuffing.
In the Belizean community, that I know in the what Thanksgiving
is.
Stop it.
Well, the only difference when they eat collard greens and then they eat the real.
Why? We know that, what? Come on, be real. What a Thanksgiving dinner?
What?
Tell the people. What traditional? Cause let's say you got traditional guy. You can't go just you want to put pig. You don't want to put pigtail in the hood. You don't want to put no egg in the hood. You can't go change what that is traditional. So what that the traditional American Thanksgiving dinner? Cause that we cook the Belize. Where we cook? Where people sell? Christmas dinner. When you see people strike up and start dinner sale and talk about, that's not bloody Thanksgiving dinner. That's a Christmas dinner.
Make I give you the classic foreign Thanksgiving menu.
Hit me.
Crisp skin, Butterfield, honey roasted stew turkey, stew fried turkey. All right, so
hey, turkey. Oh, Swayze, I see you now. Okay, all right.
Yes. you got your cranberry sauce where we have
no,
You
legit.
have your,
OG cranberry, no thin.
no man, not the beat wrong the bush. That's what they use to. They use that same sliced cranberry.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you have your homemade green beans casserole. You have your best roasted sweet potato. That's like yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have your Brussels sprout. No, come on. Then it go crazy.
Yeah,
You don't need no Brussels
where the
sprout.
yams there? Cause yams are, I hear about yams.
Yeah,
sweet
yams
potato,
would be
same
like
thing?
sweet potato.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
yams would be like sweet potato. You make that with cinnamon and marshmallows.
Right.
Then you have your ultra fluffy mashed potatoes. And of course, you can't have Thanksgiving dinner without your pumpkin pie.
Right.
You need yourself
Does
a
that
pumpkin
song
pie.
anything like where we sell a Billy? It's good. Stop it. We sell Christmas dinner early,
Yes.
that's all.
Yes. No, boy. Christmas
watch
and
out.
Thanksgiving are the same thing, basically. You have your turkey, your rice and beans, your
No,
ham,
bloody
your
rice and
cranberry
beans,
sauce,
that are
and
Billy's
stuffing.
and food.
So what you think they serve? What you just said they don't put rice and beans in it?
I'm saying where
That
we
part.
cook, where we sell, where we make, where people jump up. But the Belizean community over states cook that because that's the home thing when the version of when they put together food for family.
Yeah.
But we cook
Well,
rice and beans and salad, ham and turkey. That's Christmas dinner.
bye. Make I tell you something. When
Boom bam.
when-
ba, 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 ba.
when I used to go eat dinner at Michael Oshinsky house for Thanksgiving,
What do you mean?
and they were Jewish.
Don't tell me I tell you rice and beans. Stop it.
I don't remember
How
rice and
stuffings?
beans.
How stuffings? How
No.
stuffings are part of it?
Yeah, what happened? The stuffings and the potatoes were like a substitute to the rice and beans.
No substitute. Two different
Yeah,
things.
yeah. But I tell you, for my time, the foreign, the dinner I understand where you just said the Thanksgiving and the Christmas dinner, they're almost the same thing. They're almost the same exact thing. And the New Year's, well, yeah, the Christmas, Thanksgiving and New Year's are almost the same dinner. The rice and beans, however, I always remember having
Put
rice
that
and
up,
beans.
Chrissy.
But
Put that up. That down. American, traditional, this is not what we make. All I'm saying. In Belize, when come wrong, when are they Thanksgiving? November what?
November 24th.
Okay.
First of all, that no chicken, no turkey. Actually, I don't have big turkey. I'll eat chicken, I'll eat turkey. Anyway, look, let's go look. We got the turkey. We got where they have collard greens, we probably have callaloo. They have yeah, they have mashed potato. They have macaroni and cheese. They have gravy. They have the cranberry sauce. That's basically what we eat too. They have my crumble pie.
Nah, that's two different things.
No, we don't have the crumble pie.
Yes, that's not.
The only difference where I see that this is
I
that
just make
we
my
want to eat
correction,
that
you know,
rice.
to tell people where they make that not Thanksgiving dinner. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, I would think that's your opinion.
No, I mean,
Because-
if you say where we the make down here, and you say, well, believe don't celebrate, that this whole topic begin.
Well, look at the plate where
All
Chris
I'm
just
saying,
put up the Belizean
early
one.
Christmas dinner, rice and beans, ham
Yeah.
and salad, a beautiful
Because,
salad.
okay, I'll tell you why that is, Frisco. You see the mashed potato where Christy showed on the American one? Look at it. You could tell it's made different. Look on the Belize one. We use potato salad.
But
We
you
not like
you better
experiment.
try put down up on this mic.
No.
Stop your
Hold
food.
on. They can tell where to go on. Right now, Donna, they cut up some beef, right?
Stop your food.
And you know where they go through my mind? You know where they go through my with that beef? I just said to myself, I know stew. I want to try one crispy orange beef. Because where we that normally do, that just cook where we granny teach or map cook where we might teach we cook. So everything where we got from we Belizean thing represents something on that plate. American plate.
But you know, they're different, and so you know, we're having
We
early
lazy
Christmas,
when it
early
comes to-
Christmas sale.
Yeah, we very lazy when it comes to cooking. We're not adventurous, we don't like try something one different way. The same thing one different way though.
Yeah, but remember every culture got their own thing.
But for we Christmas dinner, that we Thanksgiving dinner, that we New Year's dinner, that we
Yeah.
birthday dinner, that is
Yeah.
dinner where we eat every day.
Correct. Turkey dinner
Exactly.
sale.
Exactly. You know, so
Rice and beans. That's why when you ask the question, who do rice and beans? Because rice and beans is a staple, my brother. Rice and beans are
right,
core to being
rice and
Belizean.
beans, right? Yeah, rice and beans are like on religion, like on political diehard. You have to like that if it have
Correct.
religion.
The only argument you can have with that red beans or black beans, it no matter.
Yeah, red or black beans, yeah. Black pepper.
Say,
Oh, where are you putting the rice and beans?
boy, I tell you
Nothing
that you go the beans. Where you putting the beans? Because of people when you have
Yeah.
that leftover from the ham for Christmas, you drop the skin and the bone in, the beans make that, and the
Woo!
the parts of the ham where you never want. You drop that in, and the beans make the beans go a different finish. So when you come up
Yeah.
and we have now, you leave rice and beans got nice chunks of ham fat in a lot.
Yeah.
It's just Monday.
That's right. I love me some hand fat. What you mean? Yes.
See, I'm gonna make my pizza over the weekend. We got on.
Yo, bro, me can tell you something again. That just flour. I just reckon to make bread. But Dana made the wrong pizza, the regular wrong pizza, and I made the Sicilian. The Sicilian pizza is a little bit thicker. The crust thicker. You bake the crust first. Then you put on the stuff, and then you put it back in the oven to melt. And that's delicious. They go in so I order two pie. I tell them I make the two of them for free, but $1,000 shipping because I have to carry it with it. But yeah, that was sick. That was sick, you know. And again, I just take your regular things we eat every day and just do different things with it.
Because we're Jeff. We're Jeff. Where's Jeff to say? Where to go on, Papa? You're live. What's up? Yo. What? The man hang up.
Jeff to work, you know why?
The man
It can't talk.
going live.
The man that
Okay, going live.
Yeah.
All right. Creme $99 special is going on for the months of
Right
October and November. Take advantage of that thing right there.
that thing.
All right, so we'll take this first commercial break and be back with more stew.
Why don't you thank your sponsors?
We've done strike up the thing with our talking of food already, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Send a shout out to Grace. 'Cause I gotta get some great stuff up in there.
And you know what you do before you eat, you gotta say grace.
Yeah, how much people say Grace before they eat?
Depends if that a big meal.
People don't say Grace anymore. People they're front on your phone.
No, we say whenever you sit the 4 hour eater together around the table, we say grace. Sometimes the 3 hour we say grace because God listens to it more than 1 hour, no. But we say grace when remember depending on how hungry.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm saying like many people don't.
Yes.
Atlantic Insurance, San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi, CG United. Shouts out to DJ as well. Builders Hardware.
What you mean?
Of course. And then there's Puma New Road.
Mm-hmm.
Dario's Meat Pies. Can I have 4, please?
Only 4 you eat?
Yeah, 4 that like I could do 3 good and then I'd probably force the 4th one.
I could do 5 proper.
Cruise and Shine Out of Care. Ratados Hardware. Benji
and Lulu.
Wanna get them cement and cement blocks.
And cement. You have to pass.
Buy ice cream. People eat ice cream for breakfast, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Who else?
This morning for breakfast.
Huh?
This morning before breakfast, I said grace chicken sausage.
Yeah, clear. With or without pepper?
Without pepper. Watch your move.
501 Phone Repairs. Check them out right there behind Complex Building, Kahal Petch Village Resort, Bronx Auto Rental, Brothers Abet, Green Clean.
That's right.
Green Clean. I think they could use Green Clean for clean out Fukushima.
Yes, and the thing where I like a green clean, it smells good.
And then there's Bronx Butane as well.
There's also Heritage Bank. Enrique Martinez and Son, Ling Long Tayo. Gunner Batteries. Centaur. You know what the difference between a Centaur and a Minotaur?
Tell me.
Well, a Centaur is a horse with a person body, and a minotaur is a bull with a person body.
Oh.
Took me a minotaur to figure that out.
Those are what, Greek?
All right.
Those are Greek mythology?
Yes, Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Yes. We also have Cthulhu's Trucking,
Oh.
SSB.
Hold on.
Premier.
Let me. You have to specify because now we have the Father and the Son. So we have Cthulhu's Trucking,
Yes.
and then we have Cthulhu's Construction Aggregates.
Aggregates. That's right.
So one is at 5 miles, and one is at on the George Price, and one is mile 14
Yes.
on the Philip Golson.
And we have the aggregates, and this is Cthulhu's Trucking, no tailgate. No tailgate.
Can't
All
get
right.
this there. So
Also,
that's
we got
the
Premier Towing, Dara's Ladies Night, One Link Mobile, BCCI, Carlos Diaz Private Bathroom, Buddy Brown International. We want to say thank you very much to all these people who make the morning stew possible. And please support those who support us.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Right. After these messages.
Alrighty then, welcome back, man. Welcome back to the morning stew. Yes, we are back. Up in here. Alright, somebody said football to play this coming Wednesday. We're gonna find out what's happening. If you're not up on the football scene, welcome back, everyone. We're in Groove. And,
me there.
And then this gentleman, his name says Carlos Slusher, Mr. To you, sir. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
What's going on?
Morning, Mr. Slusher. How are you, sir?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good.
All right, so tell us what's going on with football in Belize. At least this week thing happened, huh?
Oh yes, man, big thing. Right now, the national senior men's team has 2 games. October 9th here in Belmopan at 8 o'clock, and October 15th, likewise in Belmopan at 8. These games are some qualifiers for the CONCACAF Gold Cup that will be held next year, June in the United States, no? So we have won 2 games against Turks and Caicos Island and Anguilla. And these are the same 2 teams that will come to Belize on those dates, and we are supposed to play against them.
So we plan to beat them bad?
Well, definitely, if we could have beaten them abroad, with their home, we have to do a good show for our home fans, and home field advantage. Basically, we can't lose here.
Exactly. So we have to fill up the stadium.
Yes, no man. We need the support. We need the support, the motivation. We need the crowd to be behind this team. And this is I don't want to say it's a new team, but this is a whole revamp of the past national team. A lot of more young players. We really don't even have a veteran player on this team per se, because we are in a mode of rebuilding. Plus, at the same time, we want to win the games that are in front of us, but we are more serious about rebuilding for the future.
So the games are going to be October 15th and when?
October 9th is the first game. So this Wednesday right here, a couple days from now.
Okay.
It's the night. Our first game against Anguilla.
Okay.
What's the team? What's the team?
Anguilla.
No. The Belize National.
This is the Belize National team. Okay.
What is our ranking in the Caribbean right now?
In other words, make I put it like this: we were demoted from League B to League C, which means that the ranking is way beyond what it used to be. So this tournament also is a we win these next 2 games, we will be promoted back to Group B, which is a higher level, higher FIFA ranking and all that. But in other words, not to give you an exact figure, but we are terrible, So our aim again is, our short-term goal is to get back up to B, and then start working on FIFA ranking, and at the same time, like I said, the key thing, our mission right now is to qualify to the CONCACAF Gold Cup. We have only done it once in the entire years of football history in Belize, and that's like about 14 or 15 years ago. So to make that happen again would be a great achievement for the country.
So, one thing in a competition, somebody always have to win, somebody always have to lose. And I'm pretty sure that when the teams where we play, I know the team, these are teams that are the best in the country too. So again, we might not depend with power I want there right now, but I don't think that because we're bad or we're terrible. I just think it's because the competition out there, they want it bad too. So, but are there any strategies that's going to be changed? Seeing as what you're saying, that what we're going to do where make we win the game now?
Well, it start from the beginning, selecting the right players with the right qualities for whatever you want to do. A lot of times you want to, it's like a house. If you don't build, if you don't get the right ingredients, the right material to build a house, the house not built the right way, So it starts with the foundation, basically. Selecting the right players, put them in the right position where they have mastered for the amount of years. And so it's not about invention. I know you, I have seen you play. You have been one of the top, for example, you have been one of the top offensive midfield in this country for the past couple of years. Why invent? So when I bring you to the national team, I could put you in those positions that you're comfortable and you could perform at your best. So it starts with that, selecting the right people.
the me or Frisco here to talk to because the two away, could pull the road just now. It sound like that one away me to talk to.
Yeah. I don't know if I know you more, so I feel me or you like the better one when I'm fit the role, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah, two away very athletic. Frisco going for a march next month. A 56-mile march. But yes,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all just change coach? Did y'all get a new coach?
Yeah, well, you're talking to him right here, Charlie. So show you.
Oh, you got a new coach. Okay.
I'm the
Yes.
new coach.
Sorry
Yes, that the man. This is everybody magazine.
Sorry for my ignorance, sir. I'll be honest. I don't know a football guru. But we still have to share all this good information. I still don't know what that one offside, but hey, forgive me. Forgive me, sir. But yeah, that's the name that was in the news. I read that actually. So yeah.
Offside, I like one double dribble.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Illegal.
all right. So,
but if you come, hey, listen. If you come, these are the type of games that you need to come to enjoy it and really understand it more and get to love it. Because just to go to it is sad to say, but if you just go to another normal game around the country when it's playing, you might not get that real level of football playing, so you might not appreciate it. But these games, when it comes to the fans and the support and all that, you'll surely get to appreciate it.
Right.
Charlie, I personally, and I know the United, so I might be wrong, but I think that when we have a national team, right? Me personally, I think that employers who employ these people should give these young men a break. I don't know if it happened, so they could practice as much as the other national teams from the other countries. I believe that if it's possible, that the government, whoever the government is, would have pick up the cars for them to move around. I don't know if they do. Maybe they do. But I think that maybe we need to treat this thing with these young men more of, I don't want to say a business, but have it a way where then the benefit, are they benefiting from it right now beside of the glory of the game, is what I'm saying. What would you change to make the national team better if you could?
Well, our whole culture and how you say the way we approach sports on a whole in the country, we are basically too relaxed, and we don't see sports like you say a business and the way other countries see it. For us, it's still a part-time thing. We go to work, we go to play, and it's bigger than just like I say. It's the whole across the board. Whenever we start seeing sport in a different way, and we start, like you said, dedicating ourselves to it. Because those countries that you're saying out there, everybody, sport is, that's their living, that's their bottom morning, noon, and night, that's what they're doing. And for us to start getting to, like I said, change and start going to that direction, then we were able to bridge the gap. We have been able to, like I said, we've been competitive, but we still have not been able to really be successful because, again, it's difficult for you to perform against somebody that's doing this morning, noon, and night while we go to practice in the night after we come from work 1-2 times for the week and expect to do miracles, no? Yeah. But like you rightfully said, but I must say that most of the employers have been very helpful when it comes, because each of these players, like you said, they have a job. So that's the next thing, no? But we have to we basically write to them for a time off for these players, and I must say a lot of business and a lot of people have been very supportive of it, and have been giving the players the time to come and train morning and evening. That's the only time and the opportunity that these guys can train morning and evening when they are actually time from their job, no? But imagine if you could do that, like I say, on a more, I don't want to use the word long term, but more become a habit that you're doing it, Because if we could compete, if we could compete with these guys when we are doing the minimum, imagine when we are doing more.
Yeah. You see, every team that goes out to represent believes if they come back with gold, silver, or bronze, my chest big. If they come back with nothing, my chest still big. Because I look at it always like our guys go out there not unprepared skills wise, but unprepared as the frame of mind. Because a lot of them go, they go play and then matter is, I wonder how I'm going to get paid. I wonder if they're going to pay me. I want, you know.
No, you're right. You're right. You're worried about your family home if they are, you know, who the, you know, if you are.
Yeah. So
preparation.
me and Frisco and Lisa made a talk the other day, and I'm telling plain, when you say the plane land and we teams come back and then they bring medal, me wouldn't make nobody take picture with me if you never support me. You know, not the coin and hug me up, no. You know, where you making me before I'm gone, you know. And we need to look at this thing more as a business, I believe. You know, we need to make these young men and young women feel like where they do people support, you know. And I just respect when I went down and go down and come back, bro. To God, they're not like warriors. They're not Belizean warriors where they go out and represent, you know.
I like you just said something very important just now that a lot of time everybody when you're winning then people want to be with you, but come on, hey, prepare us before, help us to get an opportunity to win. You get me? Help us before that. You know, clear the way for us, help us to prepare better, help us to, you know, everything we need, and you know, and then you know, but that's how it goes, no?
Yeah.
So how prepared are they is the team for the game coming up? What's the expectations?
Well, I must say that we went to Turks and Caicos Island to play these two teams. We were basically about 3 weeks training. Now for these second games, we are far more prepared. But we have to just keep in mind that most of these players play with the club at the PLB at the semi-pro level. So again, we might not be able to get them the entire week because they have the obligation with their team first. So here it's like a combination. Your team is preparing you, and then you come to the national team to do that extra training to prepare for these games. So it's like you're playing in two competitions, no?
Right.
But I must say that I'll put it in a nutshell. We are far more prepared for these games than we did for the first two that we won.
Well, our Minister of Football and other sports and things said that our national team players get half pay before they leave and the remainder upon arrival. Yeah. Well, like I said, well, I know that following Facebook and stuff like that, a lot of people were asking for you that you become the coach. A lot of people have confidence that, you know, you'll be able to bring our guys, you know, so championship and stuff like that. So traveling and like that, FFB and CONCACAF assist with all that. So our national teams don't really have to worry about that part of it, right?
Yes, definitely. And like I said, it's the national team. When it comes to players being benefiting from it's much better, I can tell you, from when I was playing. Okay. So these guys are in a better situation. Yes, like anything else, we are not where we want to be, and that's normal because there's limited resources. Like you said, if everybody start coming aboard, and because you see, there's this, I don't want to say the misconception, but a lot of people feel like because FIFA giving the federation money, that money alone can do the job. No, it takes more. You know, all other countries, whether it's the government, whether it's all other, you know, you hear about how much that costs. So, and that's what we need people to realize, that the federation cannot do it by itself when it comes to it, you know. But I must say that the players, like I say, they are doing the best we can to let them benefit from the whole process. Like I say, especially when they go abroad, they get money to go, they get money when they come back. So it's not free, but we also have to realize the way it works in other part of the world, you make your money from the club that you play with. Like, for example, when we say one of those guys leave the club, they go to the national team. It's not about the national team don't have that money to give them per se. You make your money as a professional player with your club.
Yeah.
So the money is where the club is, but like I said, the national team is still there to give certain benefit, has to give certain benefit for you to come here. But at the same time, remember, you're coming to play for your country, and you're coming. It's a different situation than it. No, but we're doing our best to try to ensure that the players have everything they can. But again, the more people that can come aboard and support. For example, if we qualify to the Gold Cup is next year, June. There's no way, I say, it would be almost impossible for us to continue training until then without help from the private sector, from the government, from everybody else. But that's the year, because a lot of time the national team might do good this moment, but then they disappear because there is no financing to keep that train rolling, and you don't know when you stop what happens. It's like you have to start back from scratch. So we really, really want to appeal to the general public and to whether it's the Minister of Sports, whether it's to the private sector, to please come on board and support us, because we want to stay in camp. Like you rightfully said, the more preparation, the more we put into these guys, the better the results more than likely will be.
Yep, and basketball and football have been the two main sport for we sport. And again, one of the things that I like about it is lately I've been seeing a lot of our athletes being picked up by foreign teams, which, I mean, I don't like that, because for we good athlete, they go for we, but that is the goal for a country like ours. That's the goal. So, you know, when people out there see our strikers or defenders, you know, or players, and they might say, yo, let's go try to get that person. That's like you're hitting the gold mine almost, you know, so.
No, definitely, because again, these guys, when they go to a professional club out there, they get the experience, they get the development, and that will normally help the national team and help the league as a whole when they come back and be part of the process. But one of the best things that is happening right now, it is about most of our national team young players, male and female, have been awarded scholarship to top universities. So you might not be able to make it to one of the top clubs, but one thing we could say that you will be able to get a strong education that will help you maybe further in your life as it goes by. And so there's an excellent program for our young players where a lot, in my time it didn't exist. I wish it exists, but now a lot of the top young, even locally, a lot of our national team player right now that is on this team is either at the Galen University or the University of Belize with full scholarship because of their football ability. So, you know, it's something also we are promoting now.
What I like also, I don't know if you know this gentleman by the name of Marlon Quillen, but he was on the show a while ago. You familiar with the guy?
Yes, definitely, Marlon Quillen. One of the acting president. He's the president of one of the executive, and you know he is always behind the national team like that. So
you should ask the man why these days when they come back make some fit bill for the boy. I don't know if you taste the man fit bill, but what I do like about the way how football works in Belize is that you could tell that we're starting early, because when he was on, he told us about football starting in at his schools, you know, so that, you know, by the time these young kids grow up, you could already pick out who's the one that, you know, you should look at. So it shows like football have an investment, you know, that they're making. It's not an instant thing. It's a few years down the road. You see who's coming up. And I like that approach. And hopefully by the time these young players that are being groomed now get up to the point where they could play, that we have businesses and individuals who see the importance of sports, where they support more so that they could put more time into it, you know. Because when they get scholarship for go across the under, most of their time is spent on sports.
Yep,
you know, you know, so we got to get into that kind of frame of mind. Because Frisco, right? That when Frisco done with this, Frisco ride at least 40 miles every day. Every day. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah. Stay in a ship.
Yeah, Jack. But like our first class ticket to hell, you know.
I know if you do a 50 mile, and I hear if you do a 40.
You might have a reserve pass for Spirit Airlines.
Super all around league.
Yeah. So tell us about when the gates open and when is kickoff time.
Well, kickoff time is 8 o'clock on the first game. Let's focus on the first game. The first game is again Wednesday at 8. Tickets are pre-sold is $20. Okay. Very cheap. And at the gate $25 and $10 for kids. So it's very reasonable. Again, we're doing it that way so that our people will come out and support. And again, that's how we're asking for now.
Yep.
Bring on a flag, bring on a nice makers, and make the team know that on a day we're there. Yo, Charlie, somebody messenger me and said that we should have stew you.
Mm.
When last you get stew?
Stew?
Stew, that's like when people interfere in your business. They ask you a question where, nobody else don't know.
But I love it because I love people ask me any question because I prefer people ask what I could give, why I do something, why I don't, why blah blah, so that it's not about rumors or somebody say or you don't understand, because a lot of time people looking on the outside might not see why you're doing something and why you don't, or what's your plan, so
All right.
no, you guys could chew me as much as you want.
Very
I have
good.
no problem with that.
Very good. A brave man. I see why you got that position where you got. All right, Mr. Charlie Slusher. Rice and beans or hudut? Which you prefer?
I love both. I love a hudut though. I love a good hudut.
All right, good. Hudut. Meat pie or tacos?
Boy, I live in Orange Rock, so I have to go with my tacos. But good tacos by anybody.
Uh-huh. All right, good. I have to send some Darius for you. All right, fried jack or tortilla?
Fried jack.
Very good. I always knew you were a Christian man. You prefer the 10th or the 21st?
Well, 21st. Most people.
Uh-huh. What's their favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich? In the past, I don't eat much sandwich, but in the past there was a tuna sandwich. I love a tuna sandwich.
You see that I think you say a lot of Belizean man not eat sandwich, A lot of Belizean man, but yeah, all right. You prefer Brockdong or Punta?
Brockdong as in soca. I prefer, you never said soca, but would that be closer to Brockdong or Punta?
No, Brockdong or Punta.
Punta. Okay, so no soca in that.
No soca in this thing. We not speak the languages.
Between Brockdong and Punta, I have to go with Punta.
Okay.
All right. So right now, if Frisco play a lead song, you do a lead thing? Never mind.
After I don't win.
All right. What are your scariest animal? What's the scariest animal to you?
I would believe in. I am very snakes, poisonous snakes.
You know what are the two number one answer? Snake and cockroach.
Yeah, snake. Yeah.
Snake and cockroach. Yes. All right. Very important questions now. Tata Dohende or Brian Nancy?
I love Brian Nancy.
Very good. What advice would you give to your younger self if you could go back in time? You never know we go so deep on the man in studio.
No. I don't want to say there was dilemma, but one of my things is that I know I regret, but I felt that like my whole life I dedicate towards sports, and basically I have a bachelor degree in business administration, but I could have said pursue. So that's the only second guess that I have up to now, that maybe if I had went that direction, what I would have become, no?
You'd have been richer.
Maybe, probably, but maybe not happier. But maybe not happier.
All right. And the final question: what do you believe happened to us when we die?
Well, I don't really, just personally, I believe that there's still hope that there's a place that we can go depending on our lifestyle. Heaven, I believe in a heaven and all the other spots.
Right. All right. I mean, I ask you a bonus question: why Adam and Eve not got a belly button on the first pay thing when they do Adam and Eve? Frisco never understand the why.
I still don't understand that question, but hey.
Because if God created Adam and Eve, they wouldn't have no belly button. Belly button that the umbilical cord would tie to the man.
Oh.
That's the way. See, Charlie, this man a backslider, you know. I still think to get reach up and try to break around.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Yes. Well, Charlie, thank you very much for being on the stew. I just want to say, whenever you have anything football-wise where you want the people to know, not be no stranger, get in touch with us. We want to remind everybody it's going to be October 9th and the 15th. What time gates open?
8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. So try to reach early so you could beat that crowd now.
That's right.
The game at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
So that means what you call what? Gates open from what? 6, 7, what?
Yeah, from about 6, yeah.
Okay.
6. And it's a midweek, so the 8 o'clock give you time to, after work you could come and.
Right.
And carry the Belizean flag on the nice makers. Because Anguilla at the target.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just get a break for just to big up a couple of the sponsors that have been helping the team.
Everybody would like to, sir. Go right ahead.
BTB, we have Boeing and Boeing, we have ICB, DJ Wallet, DFC, Resinos, Import, Quails. And like I said, we're inviting everybody to come on board to assist this venture. Like I said, we haven't been in this position in a while to get to the Gold Cup. Perfect opportunity, and we really would not want to lose this opportunity. But again, we surely need the help of the private sector, whether, again, if it's the government on board, whoever can come on board and help, we welcome everybody.
And they're going to have food and music and drinks, everything going to be out there, right?
Yes, everything is normally out here. Out here.
It's going to be more than a football game, folks. It's going to be a celebration and a victory party as Anguilla leave defeated. We like that anyway, but they leave defeated.
Definitely.
So, if anybody would like to get in touch with you or FFB to, assist in any way, how may they do so?
Well, I think the FFB have a Facebook page that is very active. That's it. Right now, this time, that's one of the easiest way most people will want to access that way. Or they could call me personal. Like I said, I don't hide. Anybody can. My number is 628-472. And I will always direct them to whatever help, whatever information or any assistance they will need when it comes to the game or stuff like we always ask this.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good, sir.
Yep.
Thanks for taking the time, man, and sharing the information.
Thanks very much, too, man. Thanks very much.
Yeah, football in Belize, man. Check it out. All right, we got to take a break, Sir Groove.
Yes.
Pay some bills. We'll be right back.
That's right. Cassoulet, before you go, Cassoulet just said we also need to add nutrition and diet because most of our athletes are malnutrition. How dare you, Cassoulet? Even though they eat every day, they still malnutrition. How dare you again? It said Charlie Slusher made his first debut with Belize U19 going to Bermuda. Remember those days? So we hardly know each other. How dare you again? That's a lady said we play as malnutrition.
Oh,
well, then send some Domino's pizza for it then. Charlie, take care, man. Whenever you want.
Nice seeing you. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Right.
All right. We'll be right back, folks. You're locked into the Morning Stew on XTV and Creme Radio.
Charlie, carry the break.
Yeah. Send it out. Commercial break.
Charlie, your best professional DJ advice. Make the people know that we'll be back after these messages, but you have to sound sexy though.
I don't know about the part, but hey, you gotta stay tuned, okay? We'll be back after these messages. Our #1 show in the entire country of Belize.
There you go. You said the right thing, isn't it?
You pass. Just like that, you pass.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Take care, bro.
All right, welcome back, man, from the commercial break. Yep. Yeah, boy. XTV and Creme Radio, we live up inside, up inside.
That's right. That's right. Well, we got 4 minutes to miss it, ladies and gentlemen, so let's keep track.
Don't say
And
nothing.
we do.
Don't say nothing.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yo, a bit of gossip news. I saw a video of Diddy and Ma. They were being rehydrated intravenously. No, I know my man for 86 years. I mean, I never had one dual intravenous thing in my life. Cassie Ventura came out and said that he didn't like his women wearing white toenail polish and white fingernail polish. Guess what mama they wear? White fingernail polish. They kiss one another on the mouth. Well, that's right. That yeah. They kiss one another on the mouth. And the mama they twerk on P. Diddy. The mama they twerk on her.
Lord.
And yo, the two of them sit down there intravenously. You know when they get intravenous? After the freak off parties, when they are so dehydrated from all the drugs and whatever may they go on, that everybody get intravenously. So Frisco doesn't say nothing, he just bringing it to your attention.
Yeah. I really know to follow the P Diddy thing, but I mean, you know.
You can't help it. Every time you scroll, you see that.
Yeah. You don't know what to believe and what to believe. People just like blatantly put up anything now. It's like
there's this girl when he Jaguar song. Girl when he Jaguar was studying the blast. He did it, the blast Jay-Z, the blast, all kind of big name. Jaguar put up a post that $500 million or $500,000 reward they would put ahead. Yeah.
Cramella?
Yeah, boy.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Don
My
Hector.
voice is not too good this morning, but I just want to make a few comments. The first one is on football. In olden days, companies used to sponsor football. For example, the Citrus Company supported the Queen's Park Rangers. That was non-parent. No team could ever beat Queen's Park Rangers. We went, defeated Jamaica, the Caribbean, the champions, 3-1. We defeated a selection from Guatemala, Merida, Honduras. Many teams that came, there were no match for us. But we could not, because we were a colony, we could not enter these regional bodies like CONCACAF and FIFA. We were banned from that, being a colony. So I agree with Mr. Slosha. I think football needs more participation by the people and by these big companies that are making so much money, man. Pelican, Coca-Cola, all these things, they are making big money. You mean they can't follow the advice of what, or the example that Citrus Company did, and the Sugar Boys in Orange Walk likewise. And Charger Bear had a very good team in the city. Brody had the famous Preston.
The best time was 7-Eleven, though.
It's a matter of don't care a damn about what happens in the country. Something is wrong somewhere. Our big money makers have abandoned the world sports
Okay.
that was so well supported in olden days.
Okay.
There's another little thing that I want to bring, and that's the matter of rice and beans. I heard you all mention rice and beans a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have rice and beans in Belize? Remember, I
Yeah.
am 91 years old. Is there rice and beans in Belize? My response is no. Rice and beans when I was young was actually rice and beans. Now you get today rice gated by beans caldo or bean soup. You don't see the beans anymore. And then the beans of old was red kidney
Red beans, yes, red beans.
Red kidney beans is the beans for rice and beans.
Uh-huh.
Where is red kidney beans? Disappeared. No one gets only pale looking thing, well, look reddish and look palish. And they jam it 3-4 of them in the rice. And that's called it rice and beans. I have been going around looking for my rice and beans. I like rice and beans. I mean, I am from that era.
Mm.
And finally, I have been asking on Facebook, on television, please asking the gurus, what does indigenous resistance they mean?
You
None
mean
have
you
been able
said
to answer.
Columbus did?
Indigenous resistance, what does that mean? Who are those indigenous? When did they resist it? Where did they resist it? And against who?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are
There's
things
been a lot
that
of-
actually need clarification, whatever they mean by that. But to me, it doesn't make sense. Again, indigenous come from that bastardized classification that they gave us as Indians. Maya Indians, Garifuna Indians, Waika or Mosquito Indians, all kind of things they gave as Indians. That's where the indigenous word came. Because the only people that can be called indigenous are those people that were here in 1492 when Columbus set sail. When they get
Would
land.
that have been the Mayans?
So this is my comments that I think we have to begin to tell the truth to our people. Indigenous resistance, I study a lot of history, so I know more or less where this might have come. But I think people need to be told through what are we celebrating on the 12th.
You mean as it pertains to Belize and its relevance?
What's that?
As it pertains to Belize and its relevance compared to the other Latin American countries?
But we are not indigenous.
That's what I asked. Compared, what does it mean for us in our narrative in
Yes.
Belize?
I don't really, I am trying to find out what, I ask a lot of people, on the marketplace, in the shops, I meet a lot of people. None of them could tell me. I don't find one
Okay.
that can tell me if they know the meaning of indigenous resistance day.
But it has to be as to how it relates to Belize.
No, you,
Well,
because first of all,
only- The
John Hector
only
can't hear me, right?
explanation
No.
came from Don
I'll make it, then we'll discuss it.
Toledo said they were the people that resisted the Maya.
Mm-hmm.
That's what somebody wrote from Toledo and one from Corozal, I think, yes. And so they attribute that name to the Mayas that fought against the Spaniards, against the British, and they're still fighting down south, I think. The land
St.
down
George's
there.
Field.
But this is my
Gotcha. All right, done.
consultant. Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right, yeah,
All
go to
right.
groove.
I respect everything what Don Hector says. The man has a great deal of knowledge. I think sometimes though, I think it's because of the way we look at things. Indigenous resistance is founded in fundamental incapabilities between settler colonial systems and the ways of being and knowing that are traditional to the multitudinal indigenous peoples on the continent. All right, I don't know what the hell that means. But, yeah, I want to tell you, Indigenous Peoples Resistance Day is not a Belizean holiday, first of all.
Right.
It's a worldwide holiday.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Latin American, mostly in the Latin American countries.
Yeah, but it's also in the U.S. In the U.S., they're indigenous. Yeah, their indigenous people are the native Indians, who are not Indians, but that's why Columbus called them. So they're the native ones. In our case, our indigenous people would be the Mayans, because, I don't know if back then when Columbus came, if everybody was as welcoming as, America told us they were. A lot of things happened. There was a lot of resistance. So just because we weren't a part, maybe, of the resistance, no Creole Muslim there, whatever, our ancestry and our history make us a part of that Indigenous Resistance Day, because if I'm living back then, I may be indigenous and I may under resist. So that's all I am saying. What do you think, Mr. Frisco? Do you think that, because again, if we
for me, I just try for tying where it works, and the way it would tie in is that the generalized view is that people who have indigenous people in any territory before the Columbus narrative would be ones who would recognize this day, and so it's proven that we had Mayas here long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so that would qualify us to commemorate this thing. In the bigger, that's about it, as I could explain it. That it's anywhere who had original people living there before the New World people come and say, well, we discovered the discoverable. You discovered it for your country. That's the narrative.
Because
we're not part of your country. You come and you discover it for Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But not for Spain. You could say, okay, you discovered it for Spain, but it was already, people were already here. But the how you look at it. You can say, Columbus discovered, but then really you look at it, it discovered it for Spain. The British people who ventured out, they discovered things or new lands, but they did that for their home country. It wasn't for the world.
Right.
It wasn't for the world. Like, okay, you're going down the trench, I discovered this new animal, and you're the first person to discover this new species of fish. Say, I discovered something for the world.
Meanwhile, the fish say what? No,
you discovered that. But I'm saying in a world where it was France, Britain, and Spain, these three major civilizations, they ventured out. People may be all over the place. You discovered that, but you discovered it for your country. So we saw how the narrative started to flash around the world, and it became everybody's narrative.
You see,
but it wasn't everybody's narrative. You're not wrong to say Christopher Columbus discovered, but he discovered it for him people, not for everybody. You discovered it for you got my queen. I say I discovered something where we never know about. Spain.
Yeah.
Right? So that one Spain thing, that shouldn't be part of the world's narrative in at the beginning.
No, you see, but I'll tell you where I kind of divulge. Because to me, I remember when Hannah was in Crooked Tree Government School, and they had a question, who was Christopher Columbus? And Hannah asked me who was Chris, and I tell her he was a rapist, he was a murderer, he did it, and she wrote it, and they actually gave her a correct answer. They passed her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The story on the ground now.
Because that's what
narrative.
Yeah, exactly. But the way I look at Columbus and a lot of people is that If Columbus
Right now,
did
Booker.
not by accident discover the new world like they said, you know how much people got killed, how much land got conquered after that discovery. You know, after he did that, England, France, everybody moved over here and just started raping and pillaging
Yeah,
and
but
all the
yeah, well,
indigenous people
that's
on
the
this
storyline.
side.
Yeah, that's the storyline. There's
At
no
the same,
justification for
yeah,
the storyline, but I'm just saying that the discovery was for Spain. That's Spain's. That should have been a Spain,
oh yeah,
a
yeah, because
Spaniard holiday, not for the world. Right? If the aliens
yeah,
go
but
and
you see
discover
because
Earth,
what happened?
if the aliens go and discover Earth, we don't need a Earth. But if they go and discover it, I say, and
Yeah,
go back to,
Columbus Day.
right? They say,
Columbus Day was started by America. Do you think it was the American Indians that started Columbus Day?
I don't know
No, it
who
was
started
the same. No, you know who started it? The same immigrants that went to North America and South Island Place is those same people who got there and said, "Oh, we have to honor that guy that got us here." It wasn't the people living there that said, "Oh, we have to honor that guy that
you know
brought
that?
those people here." You know.
You know that?
Yeah.
What to say? Yeah. But Boca, what up?
What's up, Manny?
Mm-hmm.
I love on a conversation.
Yes.
But you example stop say Frisco, you call say on Spain, say Europe.
Whoever, look at me. Columbus represents Spain. He made
After
it.
Columbus, the British came and
That's
they,
why I said the British.
Well, that's why I say Europe.
No, but I'm saying I'm going to make a distinction where the British, you come and you discover something, you made it discover that for
But
England.
that's why European.
Right. No, I'm going to separate it. I'm going to separate. I'm going to be general.
All right. The part where I want thing to do with is that remember like where Groove said the day itself we go we when we go to primary school they never have nothing where they have a resistance day or etc etc. But
Okay,
because
agree
you
with
have
you.
different groups of people now that got educated and they realized that what the Europeans did when they came, because if you look at it,
Hey, the world got woke.
Aztecs were like the Mayans.
The world
They
got woke.
resist the Europeans, so when they got across, they try to take Mexico. So the resistance, they just fit in to any group of people who try to come over, or they try, I will use Creole word, they try to answer, and they take away your thing. Because if you look at the resistance in that word, we could always say the nationalist movement started by a set of people that resist colonialism, which was the Europeans. So they resist a foreign power that was here with us, but they try to resist it from taking over from we come local. But the point where they make the Frisco or Groove is that the Europeans, when they came and what they taught us in history is that, oh, Columbus is this glorious Spaniard from Spain, or for the king and queen of Spain came and claimed lands over this side of the world. But when they say the Mayas were resistant people, but do we know in history, how we know if some Africans never come across before the Mayas? Nobody.
We know that we know no.
But you have
Boca,
people,
we know that the Africans were here before Columbus.
well,
we know that
only-
when Columbus
only the Africans do.
went to Spain,
Well, I
when
mean,
Columbus went,
It's
No,
a
hold on,
wide
Boca.
topic on the Groove Frisco. It's
No,
that we the
Boca,
base only
hold on a
from the
second.
Mayas and the Aztecs, but how they came here? They wasn't born here.
Boca.
They came across the Bering Strait when the Ice Age was up more.
well, we know they argue that Africans are not indigenous people. We know they argue that none at all.
No, but the day was changed. The main meaning of that day Frisco Groove is that word resistance. Is that
Yes.
we stop glorifying European powers and say, look, what they came and do, the people them will resist. So they give the people that was here before, but we give them the glory than give Columbus for what he did. And like I said, Frisco, I agree with you. We can't take it out of we history that Columbus ever called this side of the world, and that he created the link between Europe and this side of the world, the new world, what they call it. But people were already here, and nobody had to debate that. But the resistance now of how the people they fight for their land, because it's so sad when we grow up to watch cowboy or Indian picture, we used to cheer for the white man when they kill up the poor
Right,
Indians. But when we get to reality in our life, the Indians were resisting the white man that took over their land.
That's not perfect.
You made a check for the wrong people.
Yeah, that's not perfect. Not perfect way for.
But who made make that movie?
Yes,
It wasn't
yes,
the
that's the
Indians.
way.
Right.
When we realize in our life, it's just like today they Frisco or Groove. When people grumble and say, boy, they got big crocodile around the house, they got big this. But the animals were here thousands of years. We understand in our biology these things that reptiles go back or hatch where they were born. So if we come and they will defend the area where they used to, just like what animals, they defend the area to the number. So when imagine the Indian, they say they pale skin, like what they call it, people, they come with tongues of thunder, they gun, they make boom, they are not used to that. But they sign away with their arrows or bow till then they decide, so white man from then, they be greedy, decide the Indian, they like whiskey, they fool, eh? I get it. I kind of think we're junk there and take over the land and trick.
Well, we're living in a woke time where different.
But the thing with the holiday, remember, like we say, what they taught us in schools. This Columbus was this great hero, and all those.
But I don't know about no great hero, book. I never get that in no great hero. We get that he sail, he discover something.
The ocean blue.
The great man that discovered the new.
Well, you said that. I never did get that. I get that they say he discover.
That's right. But when we grow older and read and we realize that also this man that never what the European they glorify her to be.
No, but they could glorify her because he discovered it then, Boka. You can't change the then narrative.
But this is the point in Europe.
But we don't worry about that now. Right, because we got a different narrative now where people...
All I know, when I'm in the group, I know that in 1492...
Until we get older and learn what he did. But when we made a group, the one set of history books, so how we never got no internet,
right, but
never got no
it was a story. It was whether you say that I mean great, I never get great. It was a story that was told. Columbus came and discovered the new world for the old world. That was a story. Whether you think it's great or not.
This man had poem in 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yes. But again, remember we get the European religion. Sure, get the European education.
Boca,
so we take it as gospel and digest it. I just explained to the cowboy Indian story. You see it when the movies, oh yes, we were a chair for the white man to kill over the Indian, and I realized the Indians were fighting for their land.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So it's a resist. That's my point that they make, right?
Yeah, but overall, right, Groove, we can't say the story should be that we can't say it never happened.
No, it did. It did.
Right.
Yeah, but we have to understand the context of how it happened and why.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you
how it happened.
Yeah.
How it happened.
And that's why they dumped that holiday and replaced it with this indigenous people.
Yes, and that's why they chose the name. Because originally it was Columbus Day.
Right.
So the yin to the yang would be indigenous people's resistance. They did the exact opposite of what they were celebrating before.
Right. Hey, Boca, thanks, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was saying, we're living in a woke time groove where, where countries want back their wealth.
Perfect segue, Mr. Frisco, because I was just waiting to see while Boca was on the phone. What we have to understand, there's each race of people have a history where sometimes they don't want to accept. The European people, we know they talk about, we know everybody banned Africa, everybody moved out to Africa, we know the ICH thing, good. The European people, we know that every major European nation out there stole most of the wealth, stole most of their knowledge, from African countries, and you could go to any museum and you could find works of art, you could find scientific research from all these African nations. So what we know is that you had a group of people that called them the Africans that were living a lifestyle that was closer to the earth. Then you had your people across the water in the Americas that were living a lifestyle also across, closer to the earth. But when Africa started to develop, like Egypt and Ethiopia started to develop. The Europeans invaded Africa, stole all of their history and knowledge, and then they moved over by accident when Columbus buck up in North America. They moved over here. There was nothing to rape and pillage except wealth, gold. Well, I know I said that because the Mayans had the calendar, but they did the same thing. So it's in the Europeans' DNA to conquer.
Yeah.
Their DNA is to conquer, steal, and do stuff like that. And they can't deny it. That's their history. We were more, even though it looked like the news to try to make it seem like black people and immigrants are the worst thing on the planet, we were the most submissive people at one time, the most peaceful people. Trusted they that would bring the Bible and take with land. You know, so anyway, we have to understand, Don Hector, that the reason why they chose the name Indigenous Peoples Resistance Day is
Well,
a
I think
slap in the face to Columbus. That's all it is. It's a slap in the face.
They just tag down to what's happening globally around, you know.
Yeah. Because most people right now, if they saw Columbus, they're a backson.
All right, we got to get into a girly word. No, I don't think girly word available, but let's get, you got a man's perspective?
How do you mean? Do we have a man's perspective?
Do you?
I turn off the beans.
What?
Boy, make a tell something. Charlie Slusher make a burn up the beans and the beef.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Anyway, we got a girly word. And the girly word.
We got a girly word?
What?
You actually word?
Yes, thank you, Miss Christie. Beauty isn't about having a pretty face. It's about having a pretty mind, a pretty heart, and a pretty soul. Wow, that's pretty cool. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
All right. This call got to be a quick call. Cremelo.
Yes, man. I just want to touch upon the discussion where we have our after the air and listen. I just always, whenever this thing come up with colonialism, slavery, I always ask myself this. Were the so-called colonizers the superior race that they were able to just go in a country, plunge and pillage it? Or was it that the country they invaded were just so weak to defend themselves? Because how 5 or 6 white men with maybe 3 boats go in our country, walk in there, do what they want to do, and face no kind of resistance from native people. So that either with slavery, Africans may facilitate slavery too, and they may do it just as worse as the European there, because how they just walk up in their country and take what they want. If one of them is such a powerful nation, I'm not supposed to could have defend that. So I don't understand that part there. So I don't want to hear your case for now.
Yeah, there's a long story behind all of that.
There's actually a very short story.
It happened several ways, right?
Yeah, the way how the Europeans got into Africa and started buying slaves was because, as we were saying, the Africans at that time, they had tribal wars. They captured each other and stuff like that. When the European came with guns.
Guns, exactly. Guns. That's why the cowboy kill off all the Indians with the bow and arrow, and they come with the cannons and the guns.
They came with guns, gunpowder, and most of all, they came with liquor.
First,
and what?
There's a level of what you call it, subterfuge that was involved. Right? I come under the guise that we are friends.
Yes, again.
But with ulterior motives. Also, they came with disease. Disease wiped out a whole bunch of people.
Wiped that out quick. And the other thing is, they brought up a very good point, the religious aspect, because
that's what they got
some religions tell you, you go out there, you have to convert everybody. And so you go out there. But let's go finish with the guns. When these tribes, when I did Africa tree and I capture Biscayne, eventually I may use Biscayne people there, I may sell them or get them away to another sort of tribe. But Europeans came with guns and the Bible and fire water, and they convinced them, well, look here, if you give us those people who want to capture, we are giving us some guns. And we'll leave it to fire water, and that's how the trade started. So now you had black people that was capturing other black people, and when the Europeans got in, they had them right there, say, hold ya, take ya. White man never go in there and capture nobody. That's how the business started. And like Frisco said, the Bible came into it, and they make everybody give up their religion, and they say that it was stupid to worship
Listen,
the
mate,
sun.
there's many
but we
ways.
could see.
There's many ways to conquer. We see it every day,
Yeah.
even in today's day, right? There's many ways to conquer, right?
You know how we conquer today? Through social media. That's how people conquer. Before.
Yeah, you just have a look. Human behavior and human history, and you want to know how one race of people or one group of people conquer the other group of people. There's no trickery behind it, my brother. There's no real science. You just have to do a little bit of history. Look it up. It happened to the day. It happened to the day where people they conquer other people.
I used to look at ask the same question what our brother just asked. How was it done? You know, and again, that wasn't just that them is smarter than we, bro. It's that we were living a different type of life that they were living. They were more technologically advanced.
The man with the gun and the man with the power. Listen to me.
Yeah,
If you had a plantation with 50 slaves, and you only got one slave master and maybe two other people where they control the whole ranch, but they got gun. You control 50 people because 2 or 3 people have gun.
Look at South Africa. 5% white people control 95% black people. It's not just, it's a mental thing, bro. It's a whole lot of things. But the main thing that I discovered in my 30 minutes of studying history all the way back through time is that we were even though that we fought amongst each other, we were a more trusting people. We were willing to believe when the white man come and said that instead I want to pray to the sun, we want to sit every day and pray to something where we are telling you they're up there.
Yeah,
you know, you know, like the old joke says, the old joke says they came with their Bible and left the Bible and took our land. You know, so they made the people feel like you shouldn't fight us. We were sent by God. We look different. Look at we skin. They convinced us anyway.
By the end of the day, it was done by force, right? There's a level of scheming, and then when the scheming fulfilled its mission, then came the force, right? Never believe that people weren't killed and slaughtered.
If you guys know about
but
if you guys read up about the crusade, and you find out how many people died under the name of God. You know, you'd wonder, wow, you'd kill the same people and where you want to believe in. Anyway.
Well, I mean, wars and genocide, that has been happening from time to time. So, let's...
And those are religious. Those are religious. Whenever you say the things like genocide and wars, it's because religion.
You watch it right now. Right, you watch it right now to play out.
Exactly, and that's strictly over color and religion.
And the world will watch it and not doing anything.
Where the hell would do.
Right. So, you know, hard question for you answer, my brother. You see right now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good. Let's move on. Where am I? Let me see.
We got the first part of the man's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Hit it.
Hit it.
One is very simple. It leaves for a happy home. First part of the man's perspective for today, Monday, the 7th day of October, says, a quickie a day keeps the attitude away.
Wee.
Woo!
Quickie what?
Yeah, simple. That needs no explanation.
Does that word have like one meaning, or could it mean something else?
Yes, that's one meaning as far as I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, a quickie a day keeps the miserableness away.
Okay, got clear. Alrighty then. All things bright and beautiful. All right.
Mr. Frisco is here.
Well, quickly. I get where that Carla was coming from, because there's that narrative that, well, black people, we give up ourselves. I hear that narrative. That doesn't change the fact, though. Whether you're infiltrated by using
subterfuge.
Yeah, in a way, own people. That's always been done.
And don't forget,
that's a part of the conquer. That's the divide and conquer part of it.
You always have traders in here,
right? So that doesn't mean that what you did wasn't wrong.
Yep.
So regardless if one black tribe say, well, I want to serve up this whole tribe here, Mr. Whitey, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change the fact that somebody schemed to
Mm-hmm.
conquer our people and then enslave them. It no matter
And
if,
you say-
it no matter if they brother get up, you were the architect of what took place.
Yep.
If you
And
weren't
the same
there,
time,
the
you know,
brother,
it's
no, correct, the brother no may give up your brother. If you never come with subterfuge and come with scheming, so you were responsible. Not because so now that takes the blame off the actual architect of the whole.
Mm-hmm. And when you realize after the first and the second time that I gave up 10 people and I get 5 guns and I get 3 cases of liquor, no, you know, I wait for a little war to break out between you. You go and hunt for people now. Because I realize I could become stronger if I get more people to these, and you become another chain in at the link. To go back to what Dan Hector was saying when he said back in the day the citrus company used to sponsor teams. Well, right now the citrus company need a sponsor, Dan Hector, because it's a good neither.
Cherry bomb,
Yes.
but yeah, it's a long, but yeah, I never believed that narrative. I had a narrative all the time. Oh well, black people were the ones who gave up other black people to slavery. Yeah.
No, the one historical fact where I don't like, not only do I not like Christopher Columbus, I don't like Tarzan. How Tarzan one grew up in the heart of Africa, the one white man, and he grew up in the heart of Africa to command all the black man and talk to animal. And boy, I tell you, I married the only other white man in Africa to
Tarzan will live on black man life. All right, good. So so let's look at today's point.
Yes.
For us guys, we're going to address the gender education gap.
What?
Boys falling behind. The gender education gap. Boys falling behind. Is this new news?
Careful how you say that now, because I'm sure that we're going with it.
In school when you were going, were the girls always the smarter ones? By numbers?
Yes, the girls were always the smart ones, yeah.
By numbers. We're not saying they weren't smart guys, but
Yeah, but the girls always had them beat.
so the gender education gap where boys are increasingly falling behind. And let's look at this in 2024.
Uh-oh.
It's a significant issue that has been gaining attention. And I'm going to touch on some key points of what's going on. You have to pay attention, guys. And this is for, I guess, the younger generation. Early disparities. The gender gap in education starts very early. Girls tend to perform better in reading and writing from a young age,
Yes.
while boys often lag behind. This is a
Girls
fact.
mature faster.
I don't know if that's because of that, but that's a fact.
Yep.
Then there's the high school graduation rates. Boys are less likely to graduate high school on time compared to girls.
Now you get left back.
One study done
Spend too much
one study done in the U.S. about 88% of girls graduate on time compared to 82% of boys.
Guys, girls don't got their skirt beside.
Oh Lord. And then there's college enrollment. The gap widens in higher education. Women now make up 60% of college students. And then, of course, men make up 40. Then there's behavioral issues. Boys are more likely to face disciplinary actions in school, which can negatively impact their academic performance and self-esteem. Now, is that a biological thing? Is that a biological thing?
Boy, the stupidness more. I have to get chastised more.
Is it more likely that a boy is going to give trouble just by genetics?
Yes, it is. Yes. We have that little when you call testosterone. And when you combine testosterone and adrenaline with youth and stupidity, things happen sometimes. And because as a youth, you have to, there's a certain amount of stupidity that goes with youth.
So boys are predisposed to having a negative on their side of the.
Yes, that's how we become the providers and the protectors. They're like when they see any young goat, then they buck head because, and the female goat then just they eat grass, they mind their business, but the male, they always, they buck. That's what we do.
That might be a major factor, that behavioral issue, because behavioral issues sometimes get boys kicked out of school.
Yes, and because the teachers don't understand that you have to have a certain amount of self-control, but there is one certain amount of biology where into effect with young boys and girls.
That's interesting though, because that puts us at a disadvantage, men.
No, but you know what? The flip side, Frisco, a lot of young women become more introverted and more emotional. They become.
But that don't get them dumped out of school or keep them
no,
back.
but what I'm saying, that is their biology or biological thing kicking in. That's how their biological thing kicking in.
I remember going to school. I was
like
at
that.
ACC.
For the boys now.
Groove. My tenure at high school. I remember when detention time.
See why make I know you better lie.
When detention time, it was 90% boys in detention. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. So right away, that's something that bears a little bit of attention. And the question would be, does boys need more attention? Focused attention?
No, I think that the attention they get, they have to, whoever's giving the attention, the teachers have to understand, they're not boys. You know, that's why you think they have a thing, boys will be boys, girls will be girls.
But remember, this is how this affects boys in the overall education scheme, where we nearly want to say boys are more likely to fail than girls.
That's because of their choice. But it's a man's world.
Right, but it's a choice, but we do talk about male predisposed to behaving a certain way based on biology.
I think when we see evolution in effect, because women are evolving to realizing, you know what? Men are not the head of the house. Men are not the alpha. I could be an alpha too. And women are realizing, you know what? I could go and learn the same thing where men learn and become that like them and too.
No, but that's a different conversation where you have you might have 70% women and 30% men, but the 30% men have a higher chance, maybe a 90% chance of getting the job because they are men.
Yeah, that's just because of the world we live in.
Right, the world. So there are different, right. So that is what I'm saying. So it's not because you have a bunch of men out there where they overpower the women in a smart. The women actually overpower the men in a smart will have a harder time getting the job. But
because the corporate side of society feel like there's a man to get a job. But what happened when that changes, and it's changing, women are going to be way more qualified because
and that's why I bring up the subject, because it's about the right. Remember, the subject here is addressing the gender education gap.
This time we're thinking game and women to win, because way more women are being higher educated than men. And when the business area realize, we could get a woman as smart as a man, we are lose out. I watch Planet of the Apes again.
Mexico has a woman president. Is a woman running for presidency in the U.S.
Yeah, shine bomb. I still don't get that. Mexico got a president when he's shine bomb.
No matter about it, a woman, right? So we're seeing it play out. So again, why would I say this? 20 years or no, 30 years or no, we talk about women are ruled. Hey, who run the world?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Women are making an investment now, because they know that once women CEOs get into the market, they are doing the same thing women did. Hire lone man. So women are saying, you know what? We are start to hire women. And like I said, I watch Planet of the Apes, and I watch how the apes run thing. It took a while, but they end up the run thing.
Again, so behavioral issues, one of the factors that keeps boys from progressing. Then there's a lack of male role models in overall.
That's the other thing.
Check this out. There's a shortage of male teachers, especially in early education. Is that a fact or fiction?
Well, that may be a fact, but I don't think that in your early preschool and kindergarten, teachers are teachers. You know, unless you have really pariah whether on what was no good, teachers are teachers. You know, male or female, no matter.
It's an early education. I know early, but I mean, does relating to a male teacher play a role? Different
No,
from
to who?
to a male student,
Oh yeah, it does.
right? If you're 8,
It does.
9, or 10 years old, you would relate to a male teacher more than a female teacher. Is that a fact? Or?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's the same thing in the house because when Dana usually deal with Hannah if Hannah does anything where Dana have to talk to her or whatever, Dana usually deal with her and then I put in my 2 cents. But when Alain was growing up, I used to tell Dana plain, yo, I deal with this. You know, I deal with this because
One
it's a man
second.
picnic.
Group attack.
You
Yeah,
know.
so make it finish
Yeah.
up. Yeah. All right,
Go
Craig.
right
man.
ahead. Go right ahead.
Yes,
Welcome.
hello.
Yeah, man.
You know, I listen to you, but when you look at the male and the female, the male in Belize controlled by the politician. You see, they get a rum or whatever, control women, knock women right out of business. I think the UDP that the culprit.
We don't talk about politics right now, man. We don't talk about. We talk about higher discussion, man. Respect.
How the man sneak that one right through the 2-hour
We talk about education, bro. We talk about. We don't talk about politics, man. Thanks for the call, though. Thanks for the call. Try to stick for a subject when it's a different show. You have to recognize that the man is doing a different show.
Yeah, we never politics like that. We don't blame nobody for nothing like that.
We try have a higher discussion about what's going on, right? Overall with men and women. We ain't talking about politics right now, man. Come on.
And I can tell you something, every man that has a daughter know that there's a saying we say your daughter have you wrapped around your fingertip. Every man that have a daughter realize that. That is true. Not saying that your son not have you wrapped too, but there's one thing. That's why one of the things you ask, do young people need one boyfriend or a girlfriend? And you do. You do, because all through life, you know I grew up in a world with just man or just woman. So if you want to know how to communicate, you have to have one balanced communication with everyone. That's why I can tell you, school to me is a very funny place. I think that from school growing up, you're supposed to be with boys and girls, you know, all the way through, because that time at school is a very important time where you get to see how little boys change into young men. And if you miss that out, you might come out of one of those schools thinking that boys are like the little boys that you remember, not realize that boys change and into a whole new game. So to be rounded and balanced, both need to know each other.
All right, I'll finish up tomorrow with the potential strategies again. See, we're talking about strategies. We're talking about keeping our boys on track, because it seems that the boys are predisposed to going off track. Not all, but a lot.
Yeah.
Based on some of these factors, right?
One of the main things you hit on, and I don't know if it ain't your thing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of boys growing up without a father in at home.
Yeah. I already discussed the teachers being there, but there's also the lack of fathers in the household, right?
Yeah, that is a big part, you know. And even if the father that is somebody were living in the home, there has to be one role, a male role model in a young boy's life, because all that energy and stuff a young boy have could go astray, or could go in the wrong direction if they don't have somebody literally adjusting their course throughout their life, you know.
Yeah.
So it's very important.
All right,
Not saying that. Just let me clarify, Mr. Frisco. There's a lot of single mothers out there who go above and beyond to raise their boys by themselves, and a lot of times they do a good job. Respect to you all, because you know to do that you have to put in extra work. So respect to you know.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break and come back. We got birthdays.
Of course, we got two.
All right, one or two. All right, quick break. We'll be right
Yes.
back. do this real quick, guys. Time is of the essence. Time is almost out of there.
Today is the day you've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's Mr. Lenny Bailey right there. Put up the birthday, folks, man. Celebrating a birthday today.
That's right. We got two on the agenda for this day. This is Miss Shans Garcia celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Shans. Hope you have many, many more coming to you from all your friends, family, and colleagues.
Happy birthday, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Also celebrating a birthday today. This gentleman is known by 3 letters. His P-I-Z. Happy birthday, Alex Lewis. Today is your birthday. Coming to you from your mom and the entire family, your brothers, sisters. Wishing you many, many more. That's right.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Well.
All right. Well, we fresh.
That's about it. But time gone quick.
Last update, Milton looking to be a major hurricane. Currently, it's at 86 miles per hour. Somebody said it's already 155. That's not the case. Not just yet. 155. I don't know. Maybe that's the latest update I got. Yeah, Rama. I have to call earlier, because once the time I come along, we should stop for time. But
ladies and gentlemen, as we're doing the weather, we have this gentleman is named after the hurricane, actually. Milton. Mr. Yermouth, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Milton Yermouth.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're not going to get into too much, but, all eyes on that. Next hurricane heading towards there in the Gulf. Yeah, well, this one is going to hit. This one has Tampa in its crosshairs. So I mean, at least
you gotta put while you read that right from the Florida Panhandle with Mar-a-Lago there, so I could know.
Yeah. We have a Belizean population there in Tampa.
Yeah.
So
hope you all
batten down the hatches. That's right. Right.
Stay safe.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, Groove, let's get on out of here. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for Mr. Charlie Slusher for stopping by in the FFB. Also to everybody who called in and all those who are listening. We hope you have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, as the beautiful Miss Lisa Love would say,
thanks, Christy.
Lisa, do something like this. We will see you tomorrow. Ayo. Something like that.
That's not it. That's it.